A very warm welcome to the top three finishers of the sprint at the FIA Formula One Miami Grand Prix. In third place, Sergio Perez. In second place, Charles Leclerc. And taking his second sprint win in a row, the winner, Max Verstappen. Very well done, Max. That looked like a pretty straightforward race for you. How did it play out behind the wheel?
Yeah, I think only the start wasn't particularly great. But besides that, yeah, just looking after the tires, not really knowing, of course, how they were going to last. Still not entirely happy with the balance of the car, so we need to look into that. Yeah, a bit too much oversteer, I would say. So we'll try to fine-tune that now, of course, before qualifying, because I had the same problem yesterday in qualifying. So it definitely highlighted that, yeah, what we have at the moment is probably not the best for quali and race. But yeah, nevertheless, we won the race, which I think is the most important. And yeah, we'll try to just make it a bit more solid.
How were the track conditions today?
Yeah, same as yesterday. I mean, hot, slippery. Not much to add to that.
Can we just throw it ahead to qualifying then this afternoon? Just are you expecting a similar session to yesterday, or do you think the soft tyre will be a little bit more performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think the more laps that we can do on a new set every time, of course, I think it will all settle down a bit. I think, yeah, this is something that in a sprint qualifying, when you do two mediums, then suddenly one soft tire sometimes feels a bit weird, because yeah, the two compounds always drive a bit different, and when you only have one shot at it and you make a mistake or the car is not in the right balance window, then yeah, you can have a horrible lap, which I find a bit of a shame. That's why I prefer a bit more of a normal qualifying. You have a few sets to really nail the lap and get used to the track conditions as well. So hopefully in the afternoon it will all be a bit more normal.
Okay, very well done. Good luck this afternoon as well. Charles, very well done to you as well. Wheel to wheel with Max on the way down to turn one. Just talk us through the first 10 seconds of the race, first of all.
Yeah, I had quite a good launch. Then I was in the inside of Max for turn one. We both brake, I think, very, very late, too late. But we still managed to make the corner, and eventually Max kept the track position. After that, it was all about, I was trying to stay within 1 second to get the DRS, especially after the first safety car, which we didn't manage to do, and then we're in a position where it was actually very difficult to come back to Max. I think we had a bit of a tire advantage. We had the new mediums, so it's going to be very important to try and obviously be in front in the qualifying to this afternoon.
After limited running in practice yesterday, the sprint was your first long run of the weekend. How was the car?
Okay, obviously I don't think anybody on the grid has an optimal setup, because with the very few laps we do in FP1, and especially for me as I've only done one, you're always going a little bit into the unknown and anticipating also the track condition throughout the weekend. As from the Friday to the Sunday, it changes a lot. It's always very difficult, but I think we did a reasonably good job. We still have to change a few things for this afternoon to make it better, and hopefully it will pay off.
All right, good luck with that. Thank you. Checo, coming to you now. You had a bit of work to do in the race to get past Daniel Ricciardo. How was your car?
Yeah, I lost a place to Daniel at the start. Basically trying to get Charles, but I think we all broke really late, and I just went deep into turn one. I ended up locking, so I lost the position to Daniel. Nearly lost another position to Carlos, but in the end we kept it together. And then right after the safety car, as soon as I could use DRS, I managed to get through Daniel. But then I was, I think, 3 seconds already from Charles. So given how short the race is, it was really game over. I tried at times, I was getting closer, but once I found I was around 1.8 or so, it was quite hard to get a little bit closer. So unfortunately, yeah, the race was just a little bit too short. I think in these sprint races, if you have the safety car, then it's really hard to really do anything else.
All right, look, very well done to you. Let's open this to the floor now. Questions? Yes, please.
Philip Cleary, motorsport.com for Charles, please. Charles, you already mentioned tyre deg is going to be crucial. You spent the entire race behind Max, so how do you evaluate your tyre deg and your pace compared to Max? Do you see any opportunities for tomorrow?
I think we were quite similar on that. Maybe in the last 2-3 laps, Max had the upper hand and he pulled away a bit more. But apart from that, I was just struggling a little bit with the dirty air. Whenever I was getting within 1.8, 1.7, I will drop to 2.2, 2.3, and then I will come back a little bit. So I was mostly struggling with dirty air. I think if I had the DRS on that first lap, we probably could have put him under a bit more pressure, but we didn't. So we need to look into that tomorrow to try and make sure that we keep the DRS if we are behind, and we pull away if we're behind from.
Thanks, Charles. Any more questions? Yes, please.
Taylor Powell in Motorsport Monday. Charles, you said that the turbulence behind Max, you felt that not even within 1 second. Is that something that's circuit specific or kind of common with these cars now and returning to pre-2022 levels?
No, I think it's always been the case, and I think also it's very car dependent. I think some teams are saying that it's getting worse. For some reason on my side, it actually feels a little bit better compared to last year to follow, but we still feel it, and especially when it's all about tire overheating. As soon as you are behind, you have a little bit more less downforce, you slide a bit more, and then the overheating is getting worse and worse. So it's not track specific. I think it's always been like that.
Thank you. Yep, another one.
Ronald Vording, motorsport.com. It's a question to Max. Yesterday, after FP1, you seemed at least relatively happy with the setup. At least that's what Helmut Marko told me. Is there any explanation why your feeling was so different than in sprint qualifying and also in today's sprint race? And secondly, how much of a relief is it that you at least have 2 park firmes now?
Yeah, we changed a few things that we thought would be better, probably going into qualifying, and it didn't work. So we'll look into what we can improve, now. And yeah, I mean, of course, that's why I'm very happy with this new format, that at least you can make a few changes. Otherwise, you are stuck with it, and basically it can, ruin your weekend.
Thank you, Max. Yes, more.
Sahil Kapoor, NBC. A question for Max. With everything going on at Red Bull off track, clearly it hasn't affected your performance and your racing on track. I'm curious, has it affected you personally? How have you managed to navigate this so well without any impact on performance? Do you have any doubt that'll continue?
I'm here to just race and try to win, and of course, it's important to feel good and have a stable environment. We're working on that, and I'm sure that we can get that. Yeah, I mean, so many things have been said. I've been literally answering these questions from March, end of Feb. I don't even know what to say anymore about it. We just try to focus as a team on the performance of the car, and so far it hasn't impacted that, and I'm very happy for that.
Thank you, Max. Do we have? Yeah, we've got another one.
Dan Lawrence, Motorsport Monday. Question for Max. We heard you on team radio complaining about the tyre deg, and you were just saying earlier there about complaining with the balance a little bit, but you still won by 3 seconds in that short sprint race. Does that give you quite a lot of confidence going into tomorrow that if you can unlock that a little bit more, you can probably control proceedings even more and go for the win?
Yeah, I hope this is worst case scenario, let's say like that, because I didn't really feel happy with the car. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and hopefully we can find that already in qualifying. But I think nonetheless in qualifying, it's always so tricky around here on this track to get the tires to work over 1 lap. And even when you think that you nailed it, and you go out again with another tire set, it's still very hard to be consistent on it. So that is going to be the trickiest part, I think, of the weekend to try and get right again in quali. And then, if we just naturally make the balance a bit better, then our deck will be better in the race. And then normally, we should be even more competitive.
Thank you. Any more? No more? All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck in